Oh, there you go.
Hey, hi, my name is Dolly, and this is my partner Haley. We're taking a Human and Social Services class at the high school. We'd like to talk to you about bullying today, and we would like to start off by asking you guys some questions. How many of you are willing to admit that you've been bullied? Okay. How many of you are willing to admit that you have been the bully? How many of you at some point were the bully, then became the victim, or you were the victim and then became the bully? Okay. Well, Haley and I's goal for today is to try and decrease the amount of bullying within our school system in our community.
First, we'd like to talk about the different types of bullying.
We're going to start off with cyberbullying. Cyberbullying can take place over social media networks, texting, email, and so on. 22% of the students grades 6 through 12 have reported being virtually bullied in the past year. More than 1 in 3 young people have experienced cyber threats online, while over half of the young people do not tell an adult when the cyberbullying occurs. Over 25% of the adolescents and teens have been bullied repeatedly through their cell phone or internet site. Cyberbullying is the most common form of bullying. Next is physical bullying. Physical bullying is the least used form of bullying. Usually, physical bullying is the same victim is targeted more than once. The bullies or bully intends to hurt them, embarrass them, or intimidate the victim. The bully is usually stronger than the victim, and they usually have a better or higher social standing than the said victim. Hitting, pushing, tripping, slapping, spitting, stealing, or destroying victims' items are all forms of physical bullying.
Last but not least is verbal bullying. Verbal bullying is mainly a province amongst females. How many of you would say that's true? Really?
We had a lot.
A lot of people raising their hands. Verbal bullying can affect one's self-image and emotionally and
Psychologically or psychologicalist.
Okay. Let me start over. Okay. Verbal bullying can affect one's self-image and affect someone in emotional and psychological ways.
There we go.
Verbal bullying can lead to low self-esteem, depression, suicidal thoughts, and anything amongst that line.
Now we'd like to talk about bullying and its relationship with depression. Depression
is not totally understood. It may have a variety of causes, but it is clear that we can find a relation between bullying and depression. Depression can have a number of effects on someone's life, such as anxiety, low self-esteem, high rates of school absence, and physical illness. Bullying is the number one cause of teen depression and is a direct cause of teen suicide. And there are bullying and depression hotlines that will help people who are having suicidal thoughts that are caused by bullying.
Okay, now we'd like to talk to you guys about a bit more serious issue. It's called bullycide. Bullycide is suicide that is caused by being bullied to the point where you think there's no way out and you really need to kill yourself. There are numerous ways that can lead to bullycide. Being constantly physically and emotionally bullied can lead to bullycide. When your peers, the bullies, bring up something embarrassing over and over again to torment you and just harass you can also lead to bullycide. Being bullied by a teacher, coach, adult, anyone way older than you can lead someone to bullycide. And if the victim of bullying has no friends to talk to about what's going on, that could also lead to bullycide. Earlier this week, there was a 6th grader down in Florida. She was bullied so bad to the point where she felt she needed to climb up to the top of the tower and jump, and she killed herself. So bullycide does happen. Usually doesn't really start that young. It usually starts middle school, not elementary. There's no way really to stop bullycide from completely just not happening anymore. The best we can do is try and stop bullying from happening within our community and school system.
It's your turn. All right. Here, I've already counted.
Alright. There are many different ways to deal with bullying. A few are to talk to school authorities, ask a trusted adult how to avoid bullies, be assertive but not aggressive, meaning to confront and not be rude and contain any anger that arises in the process. And stay with a group of friends because the bullies tend to target you mostly like when you're by yourself.
Okay, there are ways to deal with bullying and ways to prevent it. We're going to talk about preventing bullying within your school system. One thing you can do is start a club at your school. People who are victims of bullying and people who are bullies but want to stop because they know it's wrong can come, get advice, get help, engage adults and youth. It's important for everyone in the community to work together to send a unified message against bullying. For that club, create policy rules for the club, create a mission statement, if that's what you want to call it, motto. Tell what your goal of the club is doing, what you're trying to accomplish. Build a safe environment, establish a school culture of acceptance, tolerance, and respect through staff meetings, assemblies, and class time to talk about bullying. And just educate students and school staff about it, tell them facts, just statistics, just anything about bullying so they can know more about it, anything like that.
Now that you know a little more about bullying, you'll be able to help put a stop to it. And now if there are any questions or if you'd like to share a story with us about your own experiences or a friend, but don't say the names, we'd be more than happy to hear from.
Okay.
Well, my brother was bullied when he was 8, now he's 10, right? 18? So he was bullied in 8th grade. Then it got so bad to the point where he left a note saying that he was going to kill himself that very night and that he was going to kill those 2 people that fought.
Did it happen?
He had a knife in his hand when I walked into his room, so I think he was trying
So did
So you caught him,
So you caught him before he did the act.
stopped it from happening. Good job.
I know what that's like. It's tough.
You know why he was being bullied?
Well, he was trying to be normal because he has problems.
And you guys don't have to worry about any of this being shared.
Yeah, we're videotaping, but this is only going to be
staying
seen by
between
us.
and our teacher, and that's it.
Oh, and also these papers, if you're bullied, have suicidal thoughts, or you're depressed, you can text, call, email these hotlines.
But I know how you feel. My dad, actually, my biological father, he was his case was closed as suicide. I don't really preferably believe that he really committed suicide, but he did have depression issues. And I remember him saying things like he's just gonna go kill himself or whatever, that nobody needs him around. So I know how you feel. It's
And-
hard.
He was at Gateway for about 2, 3 weeks.
Yeah, my dad wound up in a rehab center for a while.
I'm sorry. But usually people bully because they have stuff going on at home or they feel neglected. So they take their anger out on people their age.
It happens. It happens.
Happens a lot.
You just you gotta stay strong.
Anything
Any
else?
questions, any more stories that people want to share? I promise we won't tell nobody.
Yeah, this is only going to be seen by us to help us make our project bigger.
And you don't have to say names, you can say a friend, you can substitute.
Okay.
My brother, he got bullied, so he started, the school that he goes to is right next to us. So he started just skipping school because he walked there. And then it got so bad that he just dropped out of school. And then he just started an online school, but he kept on saying that nobody liked him and that he needed to kill himself because it would only make the world better and stuff.
So because of being bullied, he developed a low self-esteem.
I've been to that point before. I got so low on myself. I felt like I was ugly and nobody really cared about me, and I could die tomorrow and nobody would it wouldn't faze nobody. But then I soon realized there are people in my life that do care about me. My family that basically took me in is my aunt and uncle. They care about me. So if I was to die, they'd probably be really upset. My brother, he needs me. He's still in elementary, so he still needs me around to protect him every once in a while. So yeah, I realized like I gotta stick around. That people do care about me, and I gotta stay strong and ignore what others say about me.
You guys have any questions at all? Okay, well, if not, we're done.
Thank you guys.